Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. You can call me Olayinka. This is where we study the market, break down our trades, and get better every week. Let's get into it. So last week I opened 4 positions, and last week is the second week of July. So I opened 4 positions on JP225, EURCHF, and EURCHF. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be reviewing only JP225 and EURCHF because EURCHF, as you can see, I literally closed at 0.1 because I had a better convincing entry on EURCHF, and I don't want to open 2 positions. I only open 1 position because of risk management. So this is my GOAT funded trader account, as you can see, right? So let's get into it. So let's start by reviewing EURCHF. So a week before week, that's for the week 1, when I was reviewing, looking for outlook on studying, you understand, for week 2 of July. This was, I've already cut price, as you can see. I removed the whole of last week chart so that I can look at it together properly, and I'm using GoCharting.com. So this was where the price was as of that time. Let's go over what I look at when analyzing the chart, right? I look at the bias, the direction of the market. We look at the DOL, target where the market is likely to likely heading to, right? Heading to, and we look at a key level, an unmitigated key level POI, which can be LVG, OB, previous low, previous highs, right? And also I have confirmation entry because I don't set limit order. I wait for price to get to that my POI or key level, and I wait for my confirmation, you understand, before entry. So there are different kind of confirmation you can do. You can wait for what is it called, price is fractal. You can wait for a lower time frame break of structure, go back to an entry in that lower time frame and take your this thing. You can use model 1, and there are different types, but I use a model 1 most of the time, and that model 1 I will allow you to take liquidity, you understand, then I will enter. So that being said, I always want to remind you guys about these rules, that the way I analyze the charts. I look for bias, DOL, key level, and confirmation entry. So when I was looking at these charts, as you can see, price JP225 is bullish, right? And this was how it closed. As you can look, if you look from this place, right? If you look from this place, we have if we look from this place, this is a key level. All right, this is a key level. This is a key level. This is like a break of structure, and price tap into that key level and close above. You just can see this rejection from the candle. So all my thought was that, okay, we've tapped in, we break inside from a key level, is looking all rosy, and I say, okay, we've started the bullish leg. And as you can see, this is also the target, you understand, this is a target, this also is a target. You can do your target. This also depend on what RR it gives, you understand. So I was expecting price to come here, right? I was expecting price to come down, you understand, pick any other block available, then sell off. You understand? That was my thought. And if you go to the daily, you understand? If you go to the daily also, it's looking all good. You understand? At least price should. All my thought was price was heading to this particular um POI because of how price closed. All right. I say POI, particular targets. You understand? Because this is a potential DOL also. You understand? So I was waiting for price to come inside this place, pick a POI for buy, then we start buying. You understand? But I was basically wrong. And if you look at that particular video, if you I was somehow wrong because this on the daily, if you can look at the daily, if we still have a POI here that is not mitigated, right? We still have this POI that is not mitigated. And I just felt that prices will use this as an engineer liquidity. Price will use this as an engineer liquidity, right? Price will use this as an engineer liquidity to come to this daily POI, then that's when it will now start buying. So now basically what this is doing is that I just felt it's going up to pick order from this POI here. Don't worry, I'll go to 4 hours. It will be more clearer on the 4 hours to pick order from here if you understand before coming down again. You understand? But that was not my initial bias. I was just thinking, okay, we are on buy already. So when you go to the 4 hours, right? When you go to the 4 hours, when you go to the 4 hours, you see that we are having break of structure. This is a break of structure, right? Price is reacting from this POI, right? It's coming down from this POI with a displacement. This is the displacement. This is like a fair value gap. You understand? This is a fair value gap and it overlaps a it overlap and what is it called? Key level, right? So this is actually what the price market is trying to do. You understand? But this is what the market is trying to do. You understand? Is want to go back to this POI, picks order and sell before buying. You understand? But as soon as I saw this, I didn't see this actually initially. You understand? I was still looking for buy. So as soon as price came into this like this place, I already joined. Okay, as soon as I price as soon as price did this, took liquidity from here, gave this. So I was waiting for price to close. I was waiting for price to engulf this, then I will start buying. You understand? Like I said before, this was not the idea. All these POI that I marked there, all this key level was not the idea before. I was thinking I was actively looking for buy. You understand? So as I just waited, and this is the 1 hour time frame. So as soon as I saw the engulfing of that particular purged candle, I just started buying. But like I told you, I was totally fucking wrong. So I I did this. I even put my list in here targeting 4R, right? I'm targeting 4R. And as you can see, the thing was working, and working. It tagged me in back and it was going, right? So, but as soon as it gets to this place, and I went to the 4 hours, and that was when I saw this key level. I saw the market structure very, 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 very well, right? So, and that was why I closed this particular trade in 95, this particular buy position, $95. I closed it when I saw that kind. This thing is not going to work like this based on the structure. I'm not sure the price. And why I'm so convinced that, okay, this might be like a, why I'm so convinced, that this might be like an engineered liquidity scenario is because if you look at this particular place, there's no inducement. You understand? There's no inducement. If that means that there was an inducement that price before this happened, I would have said, okay, price has taken liquidity from the inducement and it's selling. But there's no inducement. And according to from if you are familiar with SMC, you understand, you will know that price has to take a liquidity before it start going in the opposite direction. So there is no liquidity. You understand? There was no liquidity, and that is why I felt price is engineering one now. As you can see, price is engineering liquidity, so it will still come back, take out the early buyers before it now actually buys. And that was my conviction, and that was why I closed that particular trade. You understand? And so I've explained that particular buy scenario. So as soon as price got into this POI, you understand, I just waited here to get my what is it called, confirmation. So the what I look at confirmation is an engulfing, you understand, of a purge candle that takes liquidity. You understand, that takes liquidity, and it comes back into, it comes back in the opposite direction. You understand? After taking liquidity, it comes back, and it must happen at key time. You understand? So I waited, let's play it. So when this happened, you understand, I would have said this is this is a good example of what is it called? A good example of the model one I'm talking about. That was okay, it takes liquidity, come back, engulf. I would have said, okay, let me enter here. But it didn't happen at key time. Look at it. It didn't happen at key time. This is around 1 p.m. Asian. I don't even trade Asian to if not, this is an Asian key time, but when it comes to non-Asian peers, you understand, anything that is happening at key time at that time is just you deceiving yourself. So I don't even trade Asian most of the time. So I was not even awake when all this happened. So it saved me from taking it, because probably if I have seen this on that issue and I was awake, I would have said, let me take this, because it was looking very clear. You understand? So at the, I think, uh, London section, we still manipulate that particular Asia high. So when this happened, right, you see, there was a sweep here. Then we have there's a strip here. So I want the engulfing of this particular candle. So you see what happened? There was an engulfing of that candle that purged that liquidity, right? At key time. At key time. So I just took my entry from here. Just took my entry from here. My target dead. That 4RR. I don't like going above 4RR. I don't want to be greedy, and this is a very objective target. So it tags me back inside. And let's increase the speed. So as you can see, it's it's the target, right? It's hit our target one, which is where I got out from, right? But you still see, you still got to that engineered liquidity, and inside that particular, you see, got into this POI. So from here now, I can start looking for buy if I want to look for buy for the coming week. You understand? But this was how I got this particular 680. You understand? Trade. So let's look at the EURCHF. Let's look at the EURCHF. That one was very straightforward. EURCHF. So on the EURCHF, I was already let's look at the EURCHF. Market has opened itself. Let's look at the EURCHF. Okay, so for the EURCHF, right? I've already caught the price to where I took the price from. As you can see, from the 4 hours, we have like a what is it called? Break of structure. You understand? The whole of this is like a key level, right? It's like a key level. The whole of this is like a key level. So as you can see, when price got to this place, there was a bit of a range profile here, right? With this huge break, this displacement can do. There's just a huge break, and I just feeling price has gone without me, but I don't want to have FOMO, that fear of missing out, and jump into the trade just like that. And also at this point, I just needed one RR. You understand? I just needed one RR to complete my pro firm target. Just one RR. So at this point, I need to be careful because emotion is rising. It's Friday already. I don't want the situation where I just want to complete that this thing that yesterday, that on Friday, and there is FOMO, there is this thing, but I was still able to manage it to be able to say, okay, let me look at this critically. You understand? And that was when I went at that Euro card. And even as much as I know that it thing will play out, I don't want to go back looking for more than that one. I just have to close it. And when I saw this, understand, I just went to the 1 hour. You understand? Because here I was thinking, when I saw this particular range happening, I was thinking there's going to be like a manipulation to the upside before now buying. So I didn't know that it would just, after this range, it would just dump like that. So when I saw this, I still came back. I just marked this particular LVG. You understand? I marked this LVG and I was expecting price to come into this LVG, right? To come into this LVG and maybe as of that time, when price comes into this 1 hour LVG, I will see an entry. I will still not enter at the limit just like that. If I see a particular entry that makes a lot of sense, I will just enter and just went to the 1 15 minutes to wait. So let me go back. This like I would like to see guys take out this particular candle and come back inside. So when I went to the 15 minutes, I was waiting. I'm supposed to even since it's a 1 hour this thing, 5 minutes is okay, but I don't go below 15 minutes. So even I would have been looking for that confirmation. My lower time frame would have been the 5 minutes, but I don't go below 15 minutes. So let us play price. See what happened. So as soon as this happened, nice. I was just waiting for. So as soon as this happened, I just there was a rejection and engulfing. I just took this as my model one, right? Took this as my model one and just enter from here. Entered from here. So my target is even here, but it's even more than what I needed. I just needed 1:1. You understand? So I reached like 18 here. So 1:1. I just needed like 1:1. 1:1. You understand? 1:1. Just 1:1 that I just needed that one RR because I just needed that. I think what I needed was like 60 USD to complete my this thing. So I just needed it. If not about that, I said, okay, let me keep it here so that you can. But no, I don't want to wait to that point. I just kept it here. And I entered from this point, right? I played price. It was even no. So as you can see, I didn't even wait for it to. I just entered that market. What is it called? And as you can see, it even came to that point that I wanted. So that was why I got the remaining. That's why I got this $70 profits from EURCHF. So from EURCHF. So that's all for this particular review and breakdown. And please, if you have any way you think I can improve, I understand, you can let me know. If you need a trading body, you can follow the channel and be privileged so that you can be talking from here and can share your view. If you feel there's a better approach I can use on these charts, or you enter in a very different form and manner, you have a very different bias, different idea, you can share with me on the comment sections. So thank you very much and see you on the next one.